Hi, my name is Roselle Doyle, and I am an artist who lives in Avondale. We have a store here called Woody Art that we open up right now on Sundays, and it has loads of different art products of mine, prints and some originals and some fun stuff. Hi, we are in my studio here. Welcome. I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of some of my works. Firstly, I work with acrylic on canvas, and all my works are hand painted, obviously. Some of them take, I'd say, between 60 hours and 120 hours, sometimes even more, just because of my style of art is very layered and very detailed. And as you can see, there's lots of different pieces around here. This one here it started off as the Battery in St. John's. And then I got a little bit adventurous and used my imagination, and I turned the houses into Newfoundland mushroom houses. So mushrooms that grow on the island, and then I decided I will turn the houses into the mushrooms. And so I color matched them to all the original houses, and I made kind of a fun piece. Then behind here, there is a bunch of different ones. Some of them are my puffins that I started an iconic puffin series. So the one up here at the top, I took the photo of all the iron workers over New York, the iconic photo that everyone knows, and I decided to turn them all into puffins and put them over top of my version of St. John's. So I call it Lunch Top the Rock. And that's a really fun piece. That one took well over 100 hours to do. And then I'm a big Gene Kelly fan, so I ended up doing a Puffin in the Rain, modeled after Singing in the Rain. Above that is the Wizard of Oz one, so I call it Puffins and Puffins and Puffins Oh My, and I love Judy Garland and the Wizard of Oz, of course. Below here you've got Marilyn Monroe with her dress flare, so she's become Puffin Monroe. And then below her is Elvis Presley Puffin, so he's an Elvis impuffsinator. Yeah, and they're a lot of fun. I just have a really good time with those ones.
You used to be a
figure skater, yes. It was my career for many years. I started when I was 3 years old, and in Montreal, where I was born and raised. And I competed for many years, and then I turned professional and choreographed for many skaters at all different levels, from young all the way up to world and Olympic champions. And I had a great number of years doing that, and I always enjoyed performance art and telling stories through movement. But when things switched and I ended up finding myself more drawn to the visual arts, a bit of changes went on. COVID happened, everything shut down, all the theaters and the rinks, and I needed some kind of creative outlet still, so I decided to pick up my paintbrush again and start painting, because I always had done it as a child.
Do you have any of your work inspired by ice skating?
I do, actually. A lot of my style is in all of it, really. The style of it is inspired by ice skating, by the way that my blades carve patterns in the ice, and the way that my body moves in space is very ethereal, very flowing. There are a few skating pieces that I have done over the years. There's a few that are you can see the style. It's flowing, it's dancing, it's moving. This one here too was sort of based on one of my skating moves, and it's me in a position, but everything is sort of dancing around me and swirling around me. I love the performance aspect. I love moving to music. I love how music would just take over and move me, and I love being able to share emotion. That was all what I was all about, is getting the audience to feel something from a performance, evoking a feeling out of them, and that's carried on into my visual art. And I love painting and seeing people's reactions and the emotions they feel from the piece, because I know I put a lot of emotion into each piece. A lot of the time, it's sort of from instinct. It goes with the energy of what I'm painting, and I don't always know how I come up with the colors. I just find the right colors. naturally almost, and I play with colors, and I sort of see, well, what is this one going to be, and how's it going to feel, and then if it has a certain emotion tied to the painting, I'll use certain colors, because colors are all reflective of different emotions, I find. So I try to balance my colors. This one here, up here, is called The Tree of Life and Love, and that one was done in the fall, so I found myself gravitating naturally to fall colors, the greens, the oranges, the reds, the yellows, and the colors that a tree goes through when it's shedding its leaves, right? The different colors it turns. So that one there is how that one came to be, really. It's just because of the time of year and the subject.
You also seem very spiritual.
Yes, I do have a spiritual side. I'm as an artist, I think we have to be open to many things, because we see the world so differently with different eyes, and we explore so much, and there's sort of that connection, I think, that an artist has. There's a connection to an energy beyond, like a divine presence. When you're creating, it's almost I don't know, it's just, when I was dancing, there was this beautiful feeling that used to take over me, and I don't really remember half the time the dancing I was doing to the music. It came out of me like an improv, right? And it was just energy taking over. And so, yeah, I do have quite a spiritual side. Yeah, it's worked into my works, as you can tell.
Some of your work is very bright in color,
Yes.
while others are much darker.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I guess I like to experiment a lot, and it comes from my background as a skater. It was always about trying something new every day. If this didn't work, or even if it did work, how are you going to improve on it? How are you going to sort of keep moving forward with it? And that was ingrained in me. How am I going to keep improving? So with every painting, I want to do something new and different, while still, because my style is my style. It's always going to be there in all my paintings. You're still going to see swirls and kinetic, movement. But I try to do something different, one painting to another, and I find myself drawn sometimes to the black canvas and just want to pull out a few colors from there. And then other times I find myself drawn to a full canvas of color, and like the ice surface covering the whole entire surface, that was always a big thing.
And you have a beautiful book.
Thank you. Yes, I do. So this was a collaborative project my husband and I put together. So it's called Whatty Art, and it's a little play on the saying Whatty At here. I love all the little Newfoundland sayings, so we thought we would call it this. And then it's a collection of all my works, plus beautiful poems written by author Thane Chase. And so this is a little bit of view of inside. Oops. There's some lovely little poems here. This is my little Newfoundland town series I've started. So we've got Avondale here. There's Avondale, and then we've got Holyrood, Harbour, Maine, and the little town of Doyle. So the series is continuing, and now I'm working on Brigus. Here we have, I love elephants, so I had to do an elephant piece. And then this one's called The Power of a Child, and it is just so beautiful, because it's all about the power of a child's imagination and how it can take them beyond, this world to other worlds, exploring. And I think it's so important for artists to have really great imagination. There we go. And then there's a few other pieces there. This one is Trinity, the church, and some puffin works.
So how can people find this book?
This book is actually up on Amazon, and they can also purchase it from me directly. We'll have it available in our store, and also I have it at markets when I travel to markets. So usually I post online upcoming markets that I have, or when we're opening the store. We do open every Sundays, our little Whatty Art store, and here down Middle Arm Road. And feel free to drop me a line if you want, if you feel like coming by. I do have a presence on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I do have a website. And all three are under Roselle Doyle Art. If you search that, you'll find them.
How does the future look for you?
I'm one that tries not to look too much to the future. I try to enjoy the present, but it's looking good right now. It's feeling really good where I'm at, and I'm enjoying it so much right now, this journey. And I'm looking forward to what the future holds, because I just love getting my art out there, and I love seeing people's reaction to it. And yeah, that's it.